Good morning, guys. Hope you're having a great day. So right off the bat, SPY. Yesterday, obviously, this. I've been telling you guys, right? We go over at pre-market and post-market 450 plus. That will be a tough hold. Gave you guys a level to the downside, not even the upside. That if 454 holds, we go upside. Otherwise, it's 450 the first stop. Next, we have 446, and then at 442, we see how the market reacts. Will it be further downside or will it be a dip buying opportunity? That when the time comes, we will know. So for now, if we're under 450, 446 is likely, right? I mean, it can obviously bounce to 448, bounce back up, who knows? But playing in these levels is nothing but gambling. It's like walking in a casino and just betting money on red and black, okay? So a break of 450, we might get 446. Break of 446, we might get 442. Does that mean the entire market pulls down? No, there will be some stocks that have beautiful setups that will continue to go up, but then there will be some stocks that will go down, right? Some will just stay sideways. So that's it for SPY. As long as we hold above 450, we're fine. But right now we're 448, and pre-market I think is gapping up a little bit. So let's see what it does. Okay, the longer it stays sideways, the better it is for us in a longer time frame. So September, October, I think if we just stay near 450, and if we like honestly, here's what I want on SPY for the next 2-3 months, just under 460 and above maybe 430ish, right? If SPY comes in this chop zone for the next 2-3 months, in November, December, January, the market sets beautifully. Trust me. I mean, well, we can play. I mean, it's officially a bull run for many years to come. Then, in my opinion, okay. So, but for that, you have to be patient. Let's wait. What happens for now is day by day, whatever happens. Okay. Tech, same thing, similar action as SPY. Usually, the indexes they do move together, S&P and Q, most of the times, but many times, obviously, they don't. 382.50 plus hold is a must in order to go higher. Otherwise, we do have 375 and 370. Okay, so any tech names that you're playing, be careful with your position. Know which names you're playing. Play the ones with strength in it, the ones that will hold up. Okay, so for tech right now, it's near all-time highs. I'm not bearish. I'm still to the upside. Right, I'm not gonna call a top here because I mean, you can't just call a top just like this. There has to be some legit news. Okay, it has to be backed up by with a lot of research. Okay, well for now, 382.50, 375, 370 is possible. Okay, but 382.50 is we go higher on the index. Financials, LB did cover this post market yesterday, so I won't say much except the same number that we have. 38.60 plus hold we need, and then 39 plus in order for a continued uptrend. Otherwise, it's just stuck in this chop. Choosing a direction here is nothing but gambling with your money. If you're right, you'll feel good. If you're wrong, you're gonna make dumb decisions. Okay. And then yesterday, we took 2 lottos. I don't really take a lot of lottos, but yesterday all day I just kept scanning and scanning so many charts. I was trying to look for some good plays. I sat on my hands for the entire week. I was just seeing what can I do. Maybe just a small play. I mean, locked in some good profits on Amazon, McDonald's. So looked at LRCX, right? Now on LRCX, I'm gonna teach you guys how an option moves also, so you guys understand. So we'll go over delta and time decay. Okay, figuring out the price. So this stock, there's a 200 moving day average here. Let me just put that in. Yep, this is a 200-day moving average that it bounced off. That's the first thing I looked at. Okay, so right here, so this blue line right here that you see is the 200 moving day average, right? And there you go. So there. So this 200-day moving average. Usually, when the first time it retests, right, then most of the times there's a nice bounce, right? I mean, not all the time, but most of the time there's a nice bounce. It came up, and now there's a second time it was retesting, and on this retest, this is a very strong support. It's a very strong support on this retest, okay? So it's not just the 200 moving day average, but it's supported by a lot of support. And it's possible from here that it can make a huge move up all the way towards 610, 612, or even all the way towards 615 today, okay? And then I looked at the weekly. What's the weekly scenario that can play out, right? So on the weekly, same thing. It's been holding these levels, right? Can the weekly close green maybe with a reversal? right? The weekly here, can it go up all the way towards here, which is 618 level, right? And so that's all I played. A basic support and resistance, nothing complicated. I looked in the past history of the similar moves that happened, and you know, it gives a big move sometimes, right? A huge reversal and boom. On this is the candle I looked at, by the 22 March. Okay, on the last day on Friday there was a huge candle. Okay, and this was supported by Keltner channels. If you guys use Keltner channels on your indicators, check them out. They're really nice. I'll just spell them out here, right? And so that homework I'll leave up to you guys. Keltner channel. So I saw something there, right? And so if you guys so just look this up. I use this indicator, right? I mean, I don't use it all the time, but sometimes when I, you know, for lottos to make a decision, maybe they work sometimes. So that's something I look at. Now LRCX lotto. Let's do a little mini session here, because LB went over a lot of charts post market. So I'll just go over some things. So LRCX options were closed around $1. Yesterday was a closing price. Okay, that's 605s. And delta on those was 0.30. So delta was 0.30. And then we have theta, which was $1.56. Now LRCX right now it's up, I think, $7, right? It's up $7 pre-market, right? So how do you calculate the option pricing here? Now there's something called gamma also. Okay, I'm not gonna add the gamma in right now, right? Because then it would take me a long time to do the math. So that I'll just estimate at the end. If the delta is 30 cents, okay, the first thing I need to do is 7 times 0.30. Now understand one thing. On every $1 move up, my delta goes up. Okay, so I'll just maybe average this out to let's do 40 cents. Okay, by the time we're up $7. Okay, the reason I'm doing 40 cents, not 30 cents, because gamma is also added to delta on every $1 increase. Okay, so I'm just taking an estimate of 40 cents overall, right? So 7 times 40 cents, how much is that? That's $2.80. Okay, so $1 closing price plus $2.80, that equals $3.80, and then less time decay, which is theta, so 380 less $1.56. What does that give us? So 280, 230, 224, I believe. 224, I think. I'll just quickly. Well, easy math, but sometimes I get stuck also. Yes, 224, just confirming. So around 224. Now in this comes, now there's something else that comes in here. In this comes implied volatility, right? And then there's rho also as a Greek, right? But these Greeks all work together. Delta, theta, and gamma. IV is also known as Vega, if you don't know. If you're trading options, you should know these, okay? You should know these. So along with the charts, I hope this made a little sense to you. So I'm expecting the options to open around 250 with some IV increased and whatnot. So they should be up 100% right at the open. They could even be up 200% depending on the market maker if they want to add some premium, if he thinks it goes much higher. Okay, so this is based on a $7 increase. If we get a $10 increase, they will open up even a lot more. They'll open up around $4. Okay, so we still have like another 15 minutes before the market opens, or 11 minutes. And if we get the 605 open, or 605 on the first 5-minute candle, these will go over 200%, these calls. Okay, you can sell them at around $3.80, $4 or whatever it may be. Okay, so I hope this made sense, guys. Then we bought a lot on MO, a weekly chart bouncing off the 200 MA, and then they had some news from the FDA yesterday regarding their e-cigarettes. Okay, regarding the e-cigarettes. So basically they had a decision pending that what will the Fed do with them, and so the news were a little mixed, and then they delayed the news, but I think it goes in their favor for certain reasons. And then here, it's just a beautiful flag on the daily breakout, right? Our leaves pretty nice. It was just a very beautiful flag. And then I looked at the weekly candle, you know, on Friday. I thought maybe they might close it, you know, with a full bullish engulfing candle, okay? And today, if it takes out 5109, if it takes out 5109, right? And let's say it MO ends up going to $52, right? Which is not a big move. I mean, it's only $1 away. It can easily go. It's done it in the past. If this goes to $52, we bought the calls. We bought the $51 calls for 10 cents, I believe. Okay, so 0.10. And if MO goes to 52, for example, intrinsic value on those will be $1. That's a 900% move. So why wouldn't I take a lotto like this for 10 cents? If you have a 10K cash account, you can maybe buy 5 contracts for $50, right? And if it and on picky trades like this, and if it works out, that $50 alone is 450 bucks in your account. That's an increase of 4% from a 0.5% lotto. Okay, on a 10K cash account, let's say you only take 5 contracts worth 50 bucks, and if it doesn't work out, it's only 50 bucks is well worth the risk. Okay, and maybe you make 3 trades like this picky, one of them was likely gonna work out in your favor, leaving you over 300% plus profits, which overall leaves you net in your account growth in the coming months. That's how options work. You're not gonna hit them all every day, but if you're picky with your trades and you're consistent, you will make the money. Okay, I mean, there's a stats that says, so picky with your trades, being consistent, knowing your numbers, maybe track your lottos, maybe write them down, my first lotto, second lotto, third lotto, maybe they all go to zero, but there will be a lotto if you're doing them picky that will give you 510 or even 1,000, 2,000%. That covers your losses plus leaves you with a lot of profits. Okay, but for that you have to be very consistent. Okay, what else we have? And then we have, so PPI numbers came in, they're in line, right? So not much shift there. LRCX ammo lottos I went over, and then Chinese president and Biden, that is their second phone call now, and so Baba I think is a very funny stock in the market right now. I mean, it's up $5, it's down $5 the next day, it's up $5 again the next day. So what does it really want? 180 for investor confidence, 220 is the confirmation. Remember. And then Fed's Kaplan, they said they will sell stocks because apparently it's not fair for them to have it, whatever practice they're doing. The question is how, I mean, does that impact the market? Does it say anything, or is it another way of just telling us, maybe making people sell and then they continue keeping the market up? So who knows, right? But something to definitely keep an eye out on for that. And someone's asking regarding Amazon. Amazon, I mean, it's a beautiful chart. I love it. I did not want to play this chart at all here, but then slowly we saw certain trends here. Then I'm like, okay, it's time to take some risk, and we caught this. Like MSL caught this entire run. Hell, we even caught this, right? And so for Amazon, today if we get 35.50, plus today close is very bullish into next week. And today, if the market is real, from what I'm, LB and I are seeing, there is a slight chances that there might be a huge rip in the market today. Okay, maybe if flushes, who knows, right? We manage our size very reasonably. We just don't buy in stuff, right? We expect zero from whatever we buy always. So we expect downside. I mean, before I buy an option, I always expect downside instead of an upside, right? For example, I bought NNDM yesterday, right? I bought NNDM based on the weekly, right? And I said to myself, you know what? There's a beautiful chart looking. It says support, right? A huge run up a few months back, right, when the sector was hot. And now it's just been consolidating a little bit here, right? And the levels right here, I'll just draw them. Right, it's been between 9 and this right here zone. And I think maybe if I'm not right short term, right? Maybe I'm not right short term. Maybe it dips again next week, which is fine, right? How far do I want to go? I went all the way right here in this zone. And this is a weekly chart you're looking at. Okay. And I mentioned, and the $7.50 calls that I got, the price was very reasonable on options. So I went 2023. So I put some funds in there. I said to myself, maybe in a month, 2 months, 3 months, and my track record with leaps, I usually hit all of them. The only leap I'm down on is Baba right now. Okay, I think Baba and MasterCard maybe. But I've hit many of them, and they're the best, and they hold a lot of value, trust me. And even those will, I think, turn out to be big winners, right? I mean, as long as I just sit on my ass and not do nothing. But so NNDM, even if it comes here, and if it takes out the highs here at 664, 670 on the weekly basis, in the next test above $8. If it goes up $8 and plus, I got those options at 210. I can easily exit at 260 or 270. That's a 30 to 40% increase, or 30%, whatever it may be. And if on a $10,000 cash account, you're putting in $500 into something like this, right? And you just let it sit there. That $500 is as good as cash almost for at least 6-7 months, because the options will still hold value unless there's significant downside. Fine, you lose money in it. But if you're being picky with your trades, like I think this is gonna make a solid base here. It goes higher. We do get a retest of $9 or $10. Okay, and that money just doubles while sitting there. Okay, and then the 200 moving day average is here. So maybe we get a touch on it sometime, a retest in the coming weeks or months. Okay. So on leaves, they hold value, and I mean there's more research done behind this stock, not just that, but this is just some technicals I'm going over.
Big
And
in the future, big in the future.
right, in the future this industry can be huge. We already know that.
3D printing.
And so yeah. So guys, shit, it's 9:25. And I'll see you guys back in the chat. Any other questions? So I hope in the chat, and I hope you guys learned something today, especially with Delta and how they work. See you guys back in the chat.